Steve Sanders asks us, what is the best kilt to wear while traveling? Not when you get there, but for the journey.
Okay.
Plane, train, or automobile. What is the best kilt for travel?
Okay. I will say this. It depends on length of time travel. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on where you're going, where you're coming from, um, and whether it's airport or not. And there's different reasons. I can rationalize any of it. So the one mistake I think a lot of people make when they are traveling is the question that we get often is, well, do you have any kilts with no metal? Because I have to go on the airport and or through the airport, and I don't want to get wanded and pulled over to the side. So I don't want to wear a kilt with any metals. And in that instance,
Mm-hmm.
sure, the casual kilt fits the bill. Boom, done.
Right, Velcro.
I
Yeah.
think people tend to overestimate the amount of time that is going to take. So, in your journey from home all the way through destination, you're going to be in the airport, in line, getting wanded or whatever, and or pulled out of line to get wanded for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So as long as you're not running late, it's not that big of an imposition. It's not like it's going to destroy your entire day if you're wearing a wool kilt with buckles versus a casual kilt. So I think people overestimate that 2 minutes of time when you get wanded or whatever. So the way I typically do it is if I'm in a situation where I'm concerned about my luggage being lost or the weight of my luggage, I would actually wear an 8-yard kilt or a 5-yard kilt or whatever, a wool kilt, if I'm going to bring one with me. I would wear that to go through the airport. Yes, I will probably be stopped and wanded because of the buckles. As we said before, you just kind of say, hey, look, there's buckles on the kilt. I can't take them off. They're part of the garment. If I take it off, I'm going to be naked. And generally, ha, 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 okay, fine. Wand. Yep, I see the buckles. All right, go ahead through. And it's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
The weight in the luggage, since airports, the airlines charge for the weight of your luggage,
Yeah.
or if you put something in a checked bag and they lose it, I'd rather lose a casual kilt if I'm packing a casual and a 5-yard or a casual and an 8-yard. I'd rather lose the cheap one than the expensive one. I'll wear that. So there's a joke in here somewhere about the guy who wears like all of his clothes through the airport so he doesn't have to pack them kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm going in my brain, I'm going that kind of direction with it, but I'm just wearing my most expensive thing so that it's not going to get lost and screwed up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. I have generally when I've traveled by air, been to warmer places, so I have not been taking a heavy kilt anyway. And I will say that I do prefer something lighter, like either a tweed kilt or a polyviscose kilt, something a little softer. If I'm stuck in an airplane seat for a long period of time, like a 5-hour, 6-hour flight or longer, it's just after a while sometimes the wool just feels scratchy and you feel the heat build up and it just feels bulky and a little uncomfortable because you're just so confined. It's just you're in that narrow seat. So that would be my counter argument to what you're saying. But I've worn semi-trads and 5 yards through the airport, and like you said, it's not that big a deal. I've been and you can get wanded anyway. Like I wore my old survival utility kilt. I wore through the airport a couple times, and because of all the snaps and stuff on it, it still made the buzzers go off, and they were like, "What's all this then?" So you're right. Don't overthink it. If you're not worried about the luggage issue, then maybe a lighter kilt is going to be more comfortable for long term. So what about if you're in a car? What if it's a driving trip?
I'm gonna take a half step back.
Winnebago.
He's gone to plaid.
They've gone to plaid.
The half step back is a tweed kilt can be scratchier than wool. You said about scratchiness and being
Mine's
in it for a long time. It depends on the tweed.
Yeah,
correct. I know you have a couple tweed kilts, and they're either soft or nicer or similar to wool.
Yeah.
Not like a Harris tweed, an outerwear heavier tweed. That would be scratchier.
Yeah.
Car ride. I would still probably end up wearing. I default to wool the majority of the time. So I would probably still wear a wool kilt. It's more about getting into the car and being comfortable while seated for a 4-hour drive than like being comfortable during the drive. As long as I get in and I'm, appropriately shimmied, and I got into the seat without like a weird bunching in a weird spot. I'm fine wearing a wool kilt or a PV kilt. It doesn't bother me that much either way. Just turn the air vent down and hold the kilt up a little bit, and you have a nice little.
I've done that. Actually,
yeah. I don't know any guy who hasn't done it.
Right.
And if they said they haven't done it, they're lying.
They're lying.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, I still like, if I'm driving, even more so, I'll probably leave the good kilt, packed, so it looks good, because then the assumption
wrinkles.
because then the assumption is, a lot of time the trip is going somewhere where there'll be a combination of casual and nice activities, like
Fair.
Going out to see my family in Arizona, like we used to. I would have, a kilt that would be a nice kilt for when we went out to dinner, and I'd have the beat it up hiking around in the desert kind of stuff, in which case, again, utility kilt. So I would prefer to drive in a utility kilt or a PV kilt. So I guess we just agree to disagree on this one, because I really like the lighter fabric if I'm in any kind of seat, come to think of it, really, including driving.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing. I don't care. It doesn't move the needle for me either way. If I haven't worn a utility kilt for years, but back when I did, I wouldn't think about like, I should wear this for driving and that for I would just wear whatever I'm wearing. Boom, that's what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. How's that?
It's very political of you.
Thank you.
Rocky Rager for office.
It's difficult balancing on this fence.
All right.
All right.
Mugwump. Thank you for watching. So, how often do you travel in a kilt? And if so, what kind of kilt do you prefer when you're actually on the plane or on the train or in your automobile? If you want some more tips on traveling with kilts, check out these videos over here. But by all means, tell us in the comments what your advice would be to somebody who's about to go on a long trip with a kilt. In the meantime, have a great day.